Davis. And, Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with Walton. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Good starting position. Up 1st and 10.
Watch it.
Now Trubisky to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Gotta go.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here.
Gotta go. 18, 18. Red, up.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Darnold on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Darnold. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Burton. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw, Darnold. Going right side here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Hey, 18.
This is Howard on 2nd down. Bulldozes past him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in position. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Move. 18.
On first, they go right back to Howard, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
Let's go. Gotta go.
On 1st down, they run with Howard, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, gotta go.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's got Moncrief. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker is...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Kevin Pierre-Louis. In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Walton. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Gotta go, gotta go. Blue.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Gotta go.
They'll give to Howard. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Lock it.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. Now he's forced out right. That is incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Finley finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Operating from the gun, Finley. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Red Ransom! Red Ransom!
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Red Ransom! There we go. You see it? You see it?
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now it's Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A run by Walton to begin the drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. Now a carry for Walton. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Lock in.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Gotta go. Advance up. Lock in.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on the punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, Finley. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Finley. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burton. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, Finley. And that's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Off the play fake, Finley. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got Miller. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Throwing on first down, Finley. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jets have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Howard. Muscles him off. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Going deep for Moncrief. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again. Finley. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Gotta go.
Running with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They go with Howard again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Darren Lee there to get him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
18. Hands up. Lock in.
Here's Trubisky. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They pitch out to Howard. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Jordan Howard unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Bears will get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Watching that, Barney.
Back now here on EA Sports. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. Operating from the gun, Finley. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Off-play action, Finley. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And New York set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Off the play fake. Finley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Off play action. Finley. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jeremiah Tauchu coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Bears on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Finley. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Gotta go, gotta go. Red, up. Red, up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Lock in, lock in.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Found his target, it's Anderson. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They run with Howard, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down, Trubisky completes it to Moncrief left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. This time, Trubisky will throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Onto the field now come the Bears. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back to throw. It's complete. It's Miller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. And incomplete here on third down.
So another big shot dodge there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got a man. It's Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. It's caught. It's Miller. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Bears on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Finley got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Off the play fake. Finley. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Back to throw. Finley. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the New York Jets have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will be in the Big Apple. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.